Hey guys, what's going on? Gino here from Market Movers. So if you saw my last video, you'll have known that I'm gone to Bali for 8 weeks. Now, what I want to do for this channel while I'm here is to make sure that there's a very clear outline as to how much things actually cost, because even before I came here, I thought things were probably going to be cheaper than they actually are. And I'm going to just be very honest, very straightforward on this channel over the next few weeks, just explaining how much things actually cost. Some things are extremely cheap, some things are dearer than expected. Some things change, so I'm going to talk it through all. I've got notes on my phone because I know I'm not going to remember. I just know I'm not going to remember everything. I don't want to miss anything. I've written down conversions here as well. So the currency that they use over here is the rupiah, Indonesian rupiah. It's an absolute disaster to navigate around because it's all in thousands and millions. But even the notes are kind of. I don't have one here, but the notes are like you're trying to count the zeros when you're handing in notes to people. They don't take certain, if you give them too big a note, they won't take it and things like that. It's kind of awkward. But we're only on our second day. Well, today's just to finish. So we've had 2 nights and 3 days here, kind of. So a lot of the first day was obviously a lot of travel. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into every single bit up to date and just let you know what's going on. So before I do that, guys, please hit the like button, hit the notification button, and leave a comment down below, and also make sure you check out our sponsor, Caffe Pompeii. So www.caffepompeii.ie and use Movers15 for 15% off. And also, at the moment, they're giving a free espresso cup away with every single order. So a branded espresso cup with every order as well. So make sure to go check that out. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So guys, to start off, the first thing that we had to do, we had to purchase flights, visas, travel insurance, and all that kind of stuff. And I've already spoke about that in the last video, so I'm not going to just make this video longer, re-explaining things I've already, going over things I've already said. So if you want to know information on getting here, that's in the last video. So the flights were long. We booked the flights late. So we ended up with a long stopover in Singapore. So we ended up with about 10 hours in Singapore. So this was the first bit of money, let's say, that we spent outside of what we on the travel. So the first thing we did is we bought a 6-hour lounge pass for €30. So it was called a Premium Lounge Singapore. We got free food, free drink, alcohol or non-alcoholic, and you get like chargers, showers, couches, all that kind of stuff. So we were pretty tired. So we ended up sleeping in there for 8 hours. Which was actually pretty great, and they didn't kick us out, which was nice of them. And the only downfall of it was when we went to go have a shower, when we woke up, there was like a 3-hour waiting list. We didn't book it. It's our own fault. We didn't pay attention at the time. Food-wise, they had loads of kind of boxes. So you have a Japanese box, you have a Western box, Italian box, Indonesian box. So we had a few of them. We had pancakes, we had a couple of beers, just things like that. So the lounge was actually something I'd definitely recommend. I'd never done before on a long stopover. I've done long stopovers before. I've done them in Philadelphia. I've done them in Kuala Lumpur. I've done them in a few places, and I definitely wouldn't do it again without getting a lounge. For the sake of €30, like we ate €30 worth of food, you know what I mean? It was definitely worth every penny of that. So the next part then, we got on a plane then from Singapore to Bali, and when we got to Bali, we had to go through this visa check-in stage. This took ages. We were about 2 hours doing this. I don't know why it took so long. I think it's just slow. I think it was just slow. They were taking pictures of things on WhatsApp on their phones and WhatsApping it to each other and stuff like this. Whatever. Have to get a PCR test when you arrive. So the PCR test, this costs 240,000 rupiah, which is about €15. Now, keep in mind, before we came, we had to get a PCR test that you get on the plane. We got it in Mulligan's Pharmacy in Waterford, and that cost €130. So this one was only €15. Went on then, they said you'll have the results in 2 hours. You have to go to your specific hotel. Now, this is the hotel we're in at the moment. It's not a quarantine hotel. It's a health monitoring hotel. So you go in, you send them your results, and then in 3 days they PCR test you here again in your room, but you can leave and do whatever you want in the meantime. It's only just a way of keeping track without quarantine. So we're in here. This place costs about €100 for 4 nights, which wasn't bad in fairness. It's a nice hotel. Like these doors lead straight to a pool. Got the TV, kettle, all the regular stuff. It's like a 3 or 4 star hotel. Pretty central to where we want to be. So that was the PCRs and the hotel, and then we had to get a taxi. So the taxis are really, really cheap over here, and there's an app app called Gojek, which has pretty much everything on it. So the Gojek app has like all food deliveries. You can pay your electricity bill, you can get laundry done, you can get taxis. There's multiple different types of taxis. I'll go through that. But when we got to leave the airport, there was two options. So there was a load of guys standing out there shouting at you, trying to get you into their taxi. They were offering taxis for as little as 100,000. Now, it was about a 40-minute drive from where we needed to go from the airport to where we needed to go. So there is about 100,000, which is roughly about €6.30. But the security then, as we went with this guy, stopped us and said, no, don't go with them. Basically, you need to go to this taxi rank. These guys are illegal taxis. You don't want to go with them. I probably would have chanced it, but we kind of agreed. There was three of us. We had a lot of stuff on us, a lot of bags and stuff. We'll just get the proper taxi. So we ended up paying 310,000 rupiah for the proper taxi, which is still only €19.60 between three of us. So it was fine. The taxi driver was very nice. Actually, he kind of spoke to us a bit about SIM cards. He showed us just things along the way. He told us a little bit about what had been going on with COVID over there. They'd only recently, so this week was their first week without quarantines, and he said they've been very busy with airport runs and stuff like that since then. First night then we just went, it was pretty late by the time we got here. We'd done about 34 hours of travel from door to door, from back home to the hotel. So we were pretty tired, so we went in, got a shower, and we went and got some food. We just went to the first place we found, which ended up being pizza. So we got some beer, some pizza, and Sean's girlfriend Anne-Marie got some cocktails. The cocktails actually ended up being kind of expensive, so they were roughly about €8 each. We thought they were less, but we misread the currency, which happens a lot. But me and Sean then, we were paying about €2 per beer. So it's a bottle of Bintang is the name of the beer over here. So it's just regular beer. It's about €2 a bottle. And then overall, so we had 3 pizzas and 3 sets of chips and 2 beers each, and 2 cocktails cost about €45. And that was, I think, in a more expensive restaurant from what I've gathered. So after that then, so the food in general has been about 50,000 per main course. So 50,000 then is about €3.17. So you're paying about £3 for your main course. And the starters, I don't really eat starters, they're a bit less, and the desserts are a bit less as well. But you're talking about €3 to €4 for a main course. And if you want to get things delivered on the Gojek app, it costs about 50 cents extra to get them delivered. So you're talking maybe you can get a full main course for like €4 delivered to your house or your villa or your hotel or wherever you are. So then we got a taxi. So this is then what I was talking about with other taxis. So we went and got a taxi. Me and Sean got a taxi to the Bali MMA, which is a gym we signed up to, which is probably the most expensive thing we've done so far. It's about €105 per month. But it's a state-of-the-art gym. In fairness, they have a lot of champions from one championship and stuff trained there, so it's very cool. But it was roughly about a 5-kilometer taxi, took maybe 15 minutes, and that cost us 22,000 rupiah, which is about €1.40. And that was each way, so about €3 overall there and back. And Sean actually just went there today, just before I recorded this video, and he went on his own, and he got like a little moped taxi from the same company, and that cost 6,000 baht, which is about 38 cents. So for 38 cents, Sean was able to go to the gym, and he'll be back, presumably for the same price. Now, the villa is next. So the villa is something we've been looking to get. We had been talking to a few places, but we wanted to see what area we liked and where we wanted to live and stuff like that when we got here, which was not a mistake, but because the tourism has picked up in the last week, the price of your rentals has gone up massively. We were expecting to pay 11 million for a 3-bedroom villa. I'm going to probably pop it up somewhere here. So it was about 11 million for a 3-bedroom villa. And he ended up asking us for 15 million in the end. So I got him down to about 13.5 million for that. In fairness, he was very nice, but it was just a bit of haggling. So 13.5 million is about €856 a month for a 3-bedroom villa with a pool and all that, and we expected it to be about €697 a month, but because of the tourism it has shot up, which is still not bad in fairness. It's not gone up that much. We haven't gone and rented our own bikes yet, only because the area we're in isn't where we're going to stay. So if we rent a bike here, we'll have to return it back here. If we have any issues, we'll have to come back here all the time with the issue. So we're going to wait until we get to where we're staying more permanently, and we're going to organize scooters then so a scooter each. I don't know exactly. I haven't really looked into how much they're going to cost us yet. So I traveled pretty light. I didn't bring a lot of stuff, just a few t-shirts, training clothes, shorts, a pair of jeans, a couple of pairs of shoes for the 8 weeks, for two reasons. One reason is the clothes over here are very cheap. You're talking maybe between €3 to €5 for like t-shirts or sleeveless vests or shorts or whatever you need like that. And also then the laundry. So I got laundry done today. I got 10 items done, and they're costing me 90,000, which is about €5. So for €5, I can get I think 5 t-shirts and 5 pairs of jocks or something cleaned, which is definitely worth it. And they take 24 hours, and I think I overpaid a little bit because I got it done in the hotel. I think if I actually go to one of the places out in the town, that it would be a lot cheaper to do as well. And yeah, things like water, like if you drink a lot of water, it's like 32 degrees most of the day here. So bottles of water, 2 liters of water are like 20 cent, 30 cent. And then things like, if you want to buy like Coca-Cola in the shop or snacks in the shop or whatever, they're all way less than €1 anyway, so there's definitely value there. Otherwise, that's kind of how much we've done so far. One thing we find, not money related, struggling with massively is the sleep. Jet lag's been hitting me massively, so we've stayed 2 nights now. Each night I've been up until like 6 or 7 a.m. End up then staying in bed until about 12, and you're kind of missing half the day. It gets dark here around 6. So yeah, it's just kind of the way it is, I suppose. But hopefully in a few days, my body will get used to that, and I'll be able to kind of get up earlier in the mornings, do more stuff. Even we find we're only actually eating 2 meals a day because we're missing breakfast because we're end up being up so late. And we're not up late like doing things. We're up late trying to sleep. So it's a funny one, but hopefully we'll get over that pretty soon. But guys, that's pretty much it. As I go on and on, I'm going to find more and more things. As you settle in, I'm going to go around and talk to more people. The people here are really, really friendly. The English is pretty good as well, for the most part. So we're definitely going to try to figure out more and more as I go on, and hopefully be able to bring some more interesting videos to the channel. So thanks, guys, if you watched this far. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, what's going on? So I was just finished editing this video that you're watching, and there's some stuff has changed. So I recorded the video one night when I couldn't sleep. It's like my second night here. So we've seven nights done now. So there's a few things that I can go back on and change. So I figured rather than just making another video, I'll just add to the end of this one. Firstly, the villa didn't happen. Fell through. The guy who we were organizing it off, he booked us for the 19th of April instead of 19th of March. So that was a no-go. So we're in a different hotel, as you can probably see behind me. So this is called the Canggu Dream Village, or Canggu Dream Village. It's nice. It's costs about €84 for 5 nights, which isn't bad, to be fair. Kind of worked out for the better, I think, because we're gonna go to like the Gili Islands and a few places like that next. So it's probably no harm not paying for 2 different places to stay. But yeah, so that's just something. Obviously, I don't want to make it look like we're lying, so it didn't happen. But yes, we're this hotel it's like 4-star hotel, rooftop pool, all that kind of stuff for 5 nights, I think, for about €85, which really isn't bad. Food wise, we have found a bit cheaper food again, but you're really only splitting hairs at this stage. It's all pretty cheap. And I got my laundry done again today, so going back on the laundry the last time, for half the price for a kilo of clothes. So yeah, I did overpay the first time, and I'm paying a good bit less this time around. So that's just a few things I wanted to add to the video. Another thing then, the bike. So I got a bike today. The bike is about 70,000 a day, so 70,000 rupee a day, which is roughly €4 or €3 and something cents. You can get it for less if you rent them for like a month or a week at a time, but it's just when we're kind of moving around the place a little bit at the moment, we don't want to have one that we just have to keep or whatever. So we're renting per day at the moment. So it's about 70k a day, which again is about €3 or €4, which is extremely cheap. Fuel to fill up one of them things is like €1. It's about €1 to fill it up. I think they're about 68 cents a litre for fuel here, which is obviously much different to back home as well. So I just wanted to add that to the end of the video. It wasn't enough to make a new video, and I figured since this video hadn't gone out yet, it's easier to just add it in. So guys, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll try to get some more updates.